Welcome to our video about hydrogen peroxide teeth whitening and is it safe? If you are considering using hydrogen peroxide to whiten your teeth, you may be wondering if it's safe. This video will discuss the health risks, ingredients in teeth whitening products, and the advantages and disadvantages of using hydrogen peroxide on your teeth. This information will help you make an informed decision about using this compound for teeth whitening. Before you begin using this product, however, it is important to know about its ingredients. Safety of hydrogen peroxide for teeth whitening. If you're thinking about whitening your teeth, you might be wondering about the safety of hydrogen peroxide. Despite its popular use, hydrogen peroxide can be harmful to your teeth if it's used in higher concentrations. It's not toxic to your oral health, but it can irritate your eyes, respiratory system, and skin. Higher concentrations are especially dangerous because they may cause burns or other serious health effects. There are several things to consider before using hydrogen peroxide for teeth whitening. First of all, you should be aware that hydrogen peroxide can cause sensitivity to your teeth and damage your enamel. It's also important to use a diluted solution of hydrogen peroxide. And you should also avoid using the product too often or for too long. In addition, hydrogen peroxide may burn your teeth if applied to them undiluted or for too long. A study found that it was important to follow instructions on how much hydrogen peroxide to use, as well as the amount of time, when applying the bleach. This study recommended a lower concentration and shorter treatment times to avoid any burning issues. The safest hydrogen peroxide for teeth whitening products contains less than 6% of the active ingredient. This percentage is lower than the level used in animal studies, which tended to be quite high. Because of the higher concentrations, the safe exposure times would be longer and the risk would be lower. However, this does not mean that hydrogen peroxide is completely safe. A long-term study will be needed to determine the safety of teeth whitening products. Before using hydrogen peroxide for teeth whitening, it is essential to consult your dentist for advice. He or she can provide you with a safe product based on your oral health, as well as a consultation with the right treatment plan. In addition, a Carrollwood dentist can assess the state of your teeth and recommend the best solution for your particular needs. For more information, please contact a dental clinic in Carrollwood, Florida. Health risks. While many consumers may not associate health risks with using hydrogen peroxide for teeth, they do exist. A recent study on the effects of hydrogen peroxide on human teeth found that the higher the concentration, the more damage the solution did to the teeth. Also, prolonged contact with hydrogen peroxide can cause sensitivity of the teeth. For these reasons, people should only use hydrogen peroxide for teeth as directed. However, despite its many benefits, hydrogen peroxide is also poisonous at low levels. It can damage the eyes, mucous membranes, and skin. It can cause cancer and can impair reproduction. It is especially harmful for individuals with certain genetic disorders. So, it is important to learn the health risks associated with hydrogen peroxide before using it for teeth. You can also limit your usage of hydrogen peroxide toothpaste. In a recent study, researchers found that the concentration of hydrogen peroxide in a 3% mouthwash caused emphysema and capillary stasis in rats. This effect was particularly significant because it affected blood circulation in the underlying pulp. Furthermore, it also permanently damaged the capillary net in the dentin of a rat's incisors. Another potential health risk of using hydrogen peroxide for teeth is gum damage. The higher concentration of hydrogen peroxide can permanently damage teeth, so it's important to use it properly. If you are using hydrogen peroxide for teeth, be sure to use food-grade hydrogen peroxide. But remember to dilute the solution before you use it. The concentration should not be higher than 1% for oral health. There are also certain genetic conditions that are more susceptible to hydrogen peroxide for teeth. These conditions include acatalasemia, G6PD deficiency, and xerostomia. Acatalasemia decreases the activity of enzymes that break down hydrogen peroxide. G6PD deficiency leads to premature destruction of red blood cells. Infection of the gums and teeth may also occur. Ingredients in hydrogen peroxide products. What are the ingredients in hydrogen peroxide teeth whitening products? These products contain peroxide and carbamide peroxide, two types of water-soluble compounds. Carbamide peroxide is a popular ingredient for teeth whitening products because it is effective at removing surface stains and breaking up tartar and earwax. Hydrogen peroxide is more potent than carbamide peroxide, but both ingredients have similar whitening effects. What is hydrogen peroxide? Hydrogen peroxide is a common household chemical that is a bleaching agent and oxidizer. Its properties make it a safe antiseptic and a good cleaning agent. However, it can be aggressive when used undiluted. It is often diluted with baking soda to make it less harmful to the skin and eyes. Hydrogen peroxide has many uses. What are the benefits of hydrogen peroxide teeth whitening products? Hydrogen peroxide whitens the teeth safely and effectively, but it should only be used in moderation. Too much hydrogen peroxide can damage tooth enamel. That's why a dentist should be your first stop when it comes to choosing the right whitening solution. Hydrogen peroxide teeth whitening products should be formulated with ADA seal of approval. Hydrogen peroxide is a common ingredient in teeth whitening products. Hydrogen peroxide reduces the pH of the surface of the tooth. The result is that it causes surface demineralization, making the tooth structure more sensitive and less strong. Aside from this, the risk of tooth sensitivity is greater for teeth that have restorations. So, it's important to understand what hydrogen peroxide teeth whitening products contain. The ingredients in hydrogen peroxide teeth whitening products vary greatly in strength. However, you can get the same results with a lower concentration of hydrogen peroxide. You can buy food-grade hydrogen peroxide in stores or online. Always remember to dilute the solution before using it. Doing so will prevent your teeth from becoming sensitive to hydrogen peroxide. However, be aware of the risk of permanent damage to your teeth. Disadvantages of hydrogen peroxide for teeth whitening. While hydrogen peroxide for teeth whitening is a very effective whitener, it can also be very toxic if used in large amounts. As such, it's important to use it carefully and only use the bleaching agent for a short amount of time in order to effectively lighten stains. Luckily, there are many over-the-counter teeth whitening products you can use without fear of harming your teeth. However, you should still consult with your dentist before using hydrogen peroxide for teeth whitening. While hydrogen peroxide for teeth whitening can be found in whitening toothpastes, it can also be found in paint-on gels. These products combine hydrogen peroxide with baking soda to polish teeth and remove common food stains. However, they are abrasive and can weaken enamel. In addition, they can cause teeth to become more sensitive. However, some preparations contain hydrogen peroxide in the right proportion, which can prevent them from damaging your enamel. Using hydrogen peroxide for teeth whitening is an easy and convenient way to get whiter teeth, and it is relatively cheap. The process involves dipping a toothbrush in the solution, brushing your teeth with it, and then rinsing it out. While hydrogen peroxide for teeth whitening has many advantages, it is important to remember that it should never be used repeatedly. This bleaching process can cause teeth sensitivity and dehydrate enamel. One of the main disadvantages of hydrogen peroxide for teeth rewhitening is that it can harm teeth, particularly those in the upper jaw and molar region. While this is not a concern for most people, the high concentrations of hydrogen peroxide used for teeth whitening can damage enamel and gums. Nonetheless, the risk of damage is much lower for treatments lasting less than 1 hour. While hydrogen peroxide for teeth whitening is one of the simplest and most popular methods of whitening teeth, recent research suggests that there are some disadvantages to the process. The downside is that hydrogen peroxide can leave the teeth porous, making them look artificial and fake. For those people who are concerned about the risks of hydrogen peroxide for teeth whitening, a dentist's appointment is the best option. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.